and I guess I can kind of form a question at the end. Basically, one, I don't think that the black, well, as you said, things kind of evolve. I don't think that black people are not moving as much as we like to think, or as much as the media would like to say. You cannot rely on people that don't like you to tell the truth about you. So if you only look at media representation and whatever else, of course you think we're, doing. But if you kind of focus your vision a little bit more and look at what a lot of different groups of people are doing, there's a tremendous amount of tribes in place. And what I mean by tribes is people that are united with a common goal that might not necessarily be the same black idea, but there are a lot of minority people already doing the work. And what they're missing is the leaders to step into the place and lead that tribe and also connect those tribes. So, one of the things, I think it was that Connor said, I'm trying to remember the exact quote, but basically, when you take, that's what it was. He was saying you want to take responsibility and be conscious. If you are a conscious person, you are responsible, right? Basically, for being able to connect some of these dots. It's like what Dustin is saying, what a lot of these individuals are saying. My challenge is to both black and white individuals, if you are, or different minority individuals, if you are conscious enough, then you have the ability to take accountability and be responsible. Responsible not being you take the blame for something, but responsible being that you can form a creative solution to problems. That's what really being responsible is, for finding creative solutions for what it is that's going on. So I guess my challenge to everybody is black and white is necessary, that if you are more conscious, be responsible for your group that you're speaking directly to, and you stop some of the childish behavior or whatever. But I guess my question to the panel, sorry for going on a tangent like everybody.
Keep the question directly.
But I guess my question to the panel is, or it's sort of something that I found a way to deal with myself. But for the students that come in, like you're in academia, and it seems that Dustin has a lot of interest in it as well. How do you penetrate? I don't know how I want to word it. Like, I don't agree with the idea of being colorblind or with people not paying, respect for their own cultures, or people forgetting the idea that there are cultural and economic differences because of the past. How do you change or penetrate the minds of some of these younger individuals that fall into the same trap? Meaning, the black individuals that fully acclimate into a different society and kind of forget their own. Because those sometimes are the most powerful ones that can become leaders. Tyler Perry, for example.
Hey Dustin, before you begin, I just want to let everyone know that we have 18 minutes, and I want everyone to be able to ask their questions. So with that in mind, both people that are asking the question and those answering, please don't dumb it down, but please make it succinct.
Okay. The question is, if I'm correct,
Basically, how do you
get the lost? Okay. How do we connect to those people that kind of assimilate? Is that what you're trying to say? They kind of lose track of their history and their culture and feel like, they're a part of this.
It's actually pretty good.
Is that what it is?
I may do that actually on the next one with the accent.
A lot of people are getting to the standpoint, white, black, or anything, are getting to the mentality that, we should just try to wash it out. Everybody can colorblind, everybody this.
I got you.
But that's not.
I think I got you until if I'm answering it wrong. I just think we need to accept the fact that every culture's history is our history. You understand? So regardless if you're a white person, black history built part of your history. Asian history, you couldn't have your history without somebody else's history. So when you start to understand that, you start to, lose track of a lot of, I can't do this, or I'm a part of this, and and lose my history or lose my culture. I feel like that's what you're trying to say. So if a black man becomes the quote unquote Oreo, I think that's where you're getting at. And the Oreo had its similarities. It's all about white culture, but what is white culture but just a mutation of everybody else's culture? I just feel like there's too much separation, segregation, and not realizing that, our history is all the same. We all live in a world where they didn't ready for anything else. I don't know if that's the question.
I can answer that question a little bit as well. That was good start. On the one hand, I think there are always going to be people who are marginalized one way or another. And those people coming from more dominant races who are going to be marginalized for whatever reasons. May they be poor, may they be, let's say, subject to violent past. I mean, there are going to be people who live within the margins and can identify with very similar issues. I don't think the point should be to convert the non-believer. I think the point should be to give them a reason to believe. And I think if we are able to develop some type of momentum, right? Let's say, next year I'll be the president of Black Graduate Student Organization, probably vice president of Graduate Sociological Alliance. It's to use whatever avenues that we have to do the work that we can do within our own capacity, within our own spheres of influence. So I guess to succinctly answer your question, the goal shouldn't be to convert the unbeliever. The goal should be to give them a reason to convert themselves. Because essentially that's going to be a lot of wasted energy, and we ain't got time for that.